Hello, YouTubers. So, there's been quite a rage in the bushcraft community for Savotta backpacks, which is a Finnish brand. Um, and basically, there's another Finnish brand that I think should have its fair dues, and that is Retki. These were popular kind of back in the day, early 2000s, early to mid 2000s. This is a bushcraft brand that makes a whole bunch of bushcraft gear basically. I also own a Leatherman style multi-tool from this same brand that works just fine. But in this case, there's this backpack that basically I wanted to showcase. And this is by Retki, as you can see. And yeah, let's get right into it. So this backpack, I basically use this in bushcraft adventures, I suppose, and it's a decent bushcraft pack, and basically I figured I'd make this video to showcase the various details about this pack that I think make it, a good contender for the bushcraft, kind of activities. And the only other reviews that I managed to see on YouTube were all in Russian. So I figured I'd make one as well, because this brand definitely needs its fair dues. So the materials, let's start with that. It's a decent Cordura type material. Maybe not Cordura completely, but fairly resistant, to abuse and scratches, thorns, what have you, that you might encounter in the woods, rocks, trying to puncture it. So it's been fine with any of that, but it's definitely not a military grade material, but it's pretty good nonetheless. The webbing is pretty good. Again, not mil spec, but let's say very close. And really good quality. The buckles, on the other hand, are, well, they're not the best, but they're not the worst either. As you can see, they're kind of pliable, with your hands, and kind of bend them. And I had some issues on one of the buckles here where there's a little crack, as you can see, by cinching this thing down to something really tight, I suppose. And let's get into it. Okay, so first feature, it has a pocket up top, like a lot of designs have, and decent size pocket, and again, the zippers, never had an issue with those, so decent quality as well. Not any brand or anything, but decent quality. They open and close with ease, so yeah, that's always a plus. And on the inside, let me just do this buckle as well. There's nothing up top, no further pockets or anything like that. But once you open it, it has storm flap, snow collar, whatever you want to call it, and the option for a hydration sleeve, a hydration carrier. Because it has the sleeve right here at the back. Now it's kind of covered by this sleeve system, but I just put it in there to give it some bulk, give it some shape. And a hydration port out the side here for for your hydration carrier. So it is hydration compatible, and this was, you know, back in the day when, you know, hydration carriers only basically started coming out in bushcraft packs. So I think, you know, I mean, this pack and this company Retki, basically they put a lot of thought into this, you know, and trying to be as you know, trying to being as modern as possible, you know, and innovate the design of this pack. So coming down, it has this this pouch, this pretty good sized pouch. As you can see, it takes up a good portion, about half the pack right there. And it has a mesh divider on the inside. You know, just a decent sized pouch for several uses. I can think of that. And on the side here, it just has basically one pouch here with a pass-through feature for a hatchet or an axe or whatever, and obviously, you know, trekking poles, what have you. And obviously, it has the strap to cinch it down with. So that's again a really nice feature that this pack has. And yeah, this is a pretty decent size pocket. It'll fit a 2-liter water bottle, no problem. So, and on the other side, we also have a designated basically water bottle pouch that has just a bit of foam or something, you know, just something thin, and, you know, if you were to put like a hot thermos in there, you know, keep the temperature of it, and obviously same goes, you know, vice versa. If it was just a nice bottle of cold water, and in the summertime, it would keep it relatively cool, and you know, obviously same stuff. But yeah, I used to run basically one bottle on one bottle, and that would cover my my needs for water for, you know, quite a bit of time actually. And on the back, here's another good feature. Other than having load lifters, which is always a feature that I like to see in backpacks, you know, just because it just feels good to tighten the to hold on to these things and tighten them once in a while you're hiking. So it's just a nice thing to grab onto and just, you know, readjust the weight, what have you. But yeah, the padding is nice and thick. As you can see, never had an issue with the padding. And I wanted to specifically come to this back system, support system, which I've never seen any other pack have. Now, this is a really simple design. I mean, behind this is probably a frame sheet of some sort, maybe cardboard even, you know. It feels quite pliable. I mean, probably plastic, I'd say. And let me see, is it even can I even access it from the inside? Yeah, I think I can access it. Let me just check it out real quick. Didn't even think of this beforehand. Yeah, so this is just a plastic frame sheet, as you can see, which has been sewn onto the back of the bag, so you can't take this out. But yeah, it's just a thin, really hard plastic a sheet of that acts as a frame for this pack. But on the other hand, I mean on the other side, it has these cushions, as you can see. Maybe a side shot would show just how well cushioned this pack is. Really nice cushions, and I mean, obviously, as you can see, really promotes airflow for your back. And you know, I have to say this is probably one of my most comfortable packs actually, and all thanks to this back system here, which is really padded. Nice padding, I have to say. You know, it hasn't squished itself flat over time or anything like that. And as you can see, it's just really good stitching. And but other than that, it's just a really simple design, but extremely effective nonetheless. So yeah, I mean, this pack here is definitely, a contender amongst bushcraft packs. I wouldn't recommend this. I mean, it's not mil spec quality, but it'll do, it'll do the job, compared to other brands out there, I'd say. If you want to put it through some heavy use and stuff like that. Here, lumbar support as well, same thing, but just an even bigger sheet of padding, and or sheet, I'd say foam, a chunk of foam in there. I don't know really what could be in there other than, yeah, some foam. Same goes for the waist belt. So it's generous enough, it does the job. I never had an issue with it poking in my sides or slipping or, you know, chafing or anything like that. So yeah, the hip belt as well. Pretty simple, very simple design. The whole pack has a really simple design to it, but really functional nonetheless. And that's what I like about this pack. Here it even has a, well, what used to be cell phone pouch back in the day when Nokia 3310s were, all the rage. But probably use it for ham radio or something like that nowadays. I don't know. And on the other side, yeah, just D-ring. It has this little loop of elasticated, material that your hydration tube can come out of, and then yeah, obviously you can even feed it through the. What I used to do is feed it through here and then through the D-ring, and then it would just hang right around here, so it was just perfect. So I really like this attention to detail, It's the small things that, again, they put a lot of thought into this pack. Maybe not as much, into the quality, but it was a pretty cheap pack when I bought it. So I don't remember the actual price, but I'm guesstimating somewhere between 35 and 50 euros. Because this is also basically a 35 to 45 liter pack, something along those lines, closer to the 45 range. I'm guesstimating again, based on other packs, but yeah, this is probably a 50-liter pack, and with the side pouches and all, probably comes up to that, because this isn't even close to filled, to the top. When it comes all the way up here, it definitely has that longer profile, backpack. And yeah, what can I say, guys? This is just a review, I guess, on this pack, which I've owned since I was a young teen. So yeah, and again, this brand, I guess this is the Retki Forest backpack, the Retki Forest. Yeah, I mean, I can't think of any other names, and as I said, I haven't seen any other reviews on YouTube, at least in English, and on Retki backpacks. So yeah, what can I say, guys? This pack has seen its little adventures, and it's held up pretty good, even though it's not mil-spec quality, as I was saying before. But, it does a good enough job at suiting, its purpose. And especially the back system, I have to say, has been one of the most comfortable back support systems that I've encountered anywhere else. And done on the cheap, not cheaply done, you know what I mean? But it's nothing too sophisticated or anything like that, as you can see. But it works wonderfully, and I'm actually quite surprised that other backpacking companies haven't caught on to this system, just because they keep going, more and more on the innovation side, keep copying each other eventually. You know, a lot of them have like a whole netting kind of thing here, and then, you know, that supposedly promotes more airflow, and I'm sure it does, but you know, it inevitably ends up sticking to your back some, you know, and the rest of the whole support will do the same thing. Whereas on this system, really, I have to say, I've not broken a sweat with this pack at all during summer hikes and stuff like that because of this nice airflow system right here. So yeah, guys, what can I say? What did I fail to mention? Just some pockets on either side, you know, for small objects, tissues, multi-tool, what have you, compass. And yeah, this pack, again, nice handle here, sturdy, rugged. You know, I love this handle. Again, the webbing here, pretty good quality, I'd say. If I had to rate it, I'd say the webbing is one of the nicest things on this pack. And yeah, I mean, it's almost mil-spec quality. Or I mean, it is mil-spec quality, really. Just a different feel compared to, say, Alice Pack straps, as that's what I usually base all kind of quality, as those are definitely the sturdiest ones. One thing that I forgot to mention that just came to my mind, it has a built-in rain cover. So that's, again, another really nice feature that some backpacks lack, you know. They come with a backpack, and then you know, they forget these little details, as I mentioned, you know, this right here, this strap, the port here, and then, you know, having something to, you know, basically hook it onto the side of your shoulder straps, stuff like that. You know, really is where this pack shines. Also, another feature which I just remembered as well is on here. Let me see if I can get a shot at it. On the bottom, it has these straps, and again, many backpacks have, you know, webbing here to attach stuff onto, you know, the bottom, but, you know, many of them also lack the straps to do it with, and that really pisses me off every time I see that. Like, why would you include strapping, or, you know, molly webbing or what have you, in order to, you know, hunker down a sleeping mat, or, you know, a tent or whatever, on the bottom of your pack, and then not include the straps, you know? So again, this is another really nice feature that that, as I said, the attention to detail they put into these small things, including the rain cover, you know, including the straps there, is where this pack really shines. And yeah, I wish more companies would adopt that kind of approach when they decide to finally put a pack out in the market, and just not include these small you know, details, especially with a price point that some of them ask for. You know, is just ridiculous, not having, or, you know, having to outsource a set of straps, you know, for the bottom or the top or what have you. Here's also a neat little feature. It has some straps, or I mean, it has these loops here where the strapping on the top goes, and you could attach with yet another set of straps. Like if you say if you, I mean, put, what I used to do is run my sleeping mat on top, and then run my tent on the bottom, as the tent was a heavier item. But and yeah, again, there's some people that will debate on whether you should put the tent on top, you know, the heaviest items on the top or the bottom. I find that the heaviest weight should be around my waist. So again, I'd put the tent and the sleeping bag, obviously, first thing in, last thing out. And yeah, I find that, you know, your waist is where you want to carry everything if you're using the waist strap, you know, the hip pad, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, basically the weight would just sit nicely down here. But yeah, I think I'm sidetracking. But yeah, what can I say, guys? This is just another video on yet another pack that I've owned, and that I figured I give its fair dues, you know, to this brand right here, Retki, because it does some pretty good stuff, and yeah, just another Finnish brand that has made the cut to basically have its own video and its own review. So thank you guys for watching, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.